Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Van Andel Soccer Stadium here on the campus of Hope College for today's MIAA contest between the Hornets of Kalamazoo College and your Hope College Flying Dutchmen. Let's meet tonight's starting lineups. First for the Hornets, a junior from Grand Rapids, number 2, Eamon Burns. A freshman from DeWitt, number 4, Elijah Vu. A sophomore from White Lake, number 5, Simon Sawyer. A sophomore from Grand Rapids, number 8, Ben Marlowe. A senior from Traverse City, number 10, Henry Plumstead. A freshman from Traverse City, number 11, Brody Plumstead. A junior from Grand Haven, number 14, Joey Bassel. A junior from Rockford, number 18, Ben Batrial. A junior from Miami, Florida, number 20, Lucas Riaz. A senior from Kalamazoo, number 27, Evan Pollins-Voigt. And a freshman from DeWitt, number 32, Jackson Jandareski. Head coach for Kalamazoo College is Mike Haynes. And now, ladies and gentlemen, instead of introducing our typical starters for Hope College, we are excited and honored to introduce every player on the Hope soccer team roster for our Purple Community game today. Our athletes are wearing purple shirts today and are playing in honor of friends and loved ones. At this time, please allow me to introduce our Hope College student athletes and who they are playing for tonight. Number 0, Daniel Morgan, in honor of his grandpa, Robert Ankerman. Number 00, Jack McDaniel, in memory of his friend, Sophie Varney. Number 1, Cooper Hutt, in memory of his grandpa, Jeff Ring. Number 2, Hayden Wilson, in memory of his grandma, Beth Wilson. Number 3, Riker Korstange, in honor of his grandpa, Jim Korstange. Number 4, Seth Walters, in memory of his grandpa, Scott Kenzora. Number 5, Jack Lohman, in honor of his dad, Matt Lohman. Number 6, Josh Reyes, in memory of his grandma, Lola Fee. Evan Morrison, in memory of his grandma, Loris Bagazzi. Number 9, Jackson Minling, in honor of his grandpas, Jim Minling and Ned Reichard. Number 10, Alan Alcala, in honor of his tio, Bob Madrowski. Luke Laird, in honor of his mother, Stephanie Laird. Number 12, Micah Wieland, in honor of his father, Kip Wieland. Number 13, Josh Weigel, in memory of his grandpa, Philip Weigel. Grant Hessenreich, in honor of his nonna, Patty Sheldon. Number 15, Soren White, in memory of his grandmother, Elizabeth Coster. Number 16, Benjamin Smitley, in memory of his aunt, Amy Clark. Number 18, Evan Zandis, in memory of his grandma, Carol Mott. Number 19, Reese Brown, in honor of his uncle, Steve John. Number 20, Matthew Mrozinski, in memory of his grandpa, Jim Mrozinski. Number 21, Zach Risley, in memory of his grandma, Madeline Samuelson. Number 22, Caden Chenlow, in memory of his grandpa, Roberto Chenlow. Number 23, Russell Ebert, in honor of his grandma and aunt, Jan Metzger and Shelley Ebert. Number 24, Matthew Davidson, in honor of his grandpa, Robert Davidson. Number 25, Morgan Arsenal, in honor of his grandma, Frances Richardson. Number 26, Rory Cobb, in honor of his aunt, Mays Steffen. Number 27, Michael Dietz, in memory of his friend, Sidney Fletcher. Number 28, Jack Riebel, in honor of his mom, Kelly Riebel. Number 29, Owen Seithamel, in memory of his grandma, Lucia Sanchez. Number 31, J.P. Hoxton, in honor of his grandpa, Alberto Torres. Number 99, Justin Kuiper, in memory of his great-grandma, Jewel Byington. Assistant coach Cole Pauley, in memory of his mother, Jen Christie. And head coach David Blonick, in memory of his grandma, Eula Mae Boynton. Ladies and gentlemen, today is more than a soccer game. Today is for all of those who have fought cancer and other diseases. Today is about finding a cure. We thank you for your support. Ladies and gentlemen, please join us as we take a moment to recognize, celebrate, and honor all of those we are remembering or praying for in their honor for today. Ladies and gentlemen, please, a moment of silence. Thank you. And now, ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we ask you to please rise. Gentlemen, if you would, please remove your caps. Ladies and gentlemen, our national anthem. Ladies and gentlemen, Purple Community, Van Andel Institute's grassroots fundraising and awareness program connects individuals, schools, teams, and businesses to the resources needed to support groundbreaking cancer and Parkinson's disease research. When you fundraise through Purple Community, your efforts go further. Thanks to a generous endowment from Jay and Betty Van Andel, every dollar of every donation goes directly to the cause. 100% of your funds support Van Andel Institute scientists who are studying more than 20 different diseases. We have plenty of opportunities for you to give to a great cause today. Stop by the bookstore table by the main ticket office for some new purple gear. Donate your change at the concession stand or give directly to the VAI by going to hope.edu/purplegame. Thank you for your support of this great cause.
And here we go, Lance Pello. Tonight is the night, October 15th. The sky is actually purple out there in honor of the Van Andel Institute and Purple Community Day. It is a special night to be a soccer fan, to be an MIAA fan, and we're playing for a great cause here. That's emotional just watching all those players, seeing those last names and seeing them playing for their friends, family members, loved ones. Just such a special night. But we're shifting here to soccer and an incredible matchup. It's hard to shift, but we're doing it. Incredible matchup between the Hope College Flying Dutchman and the Kalamazoo College Hornets tonight. It's going to be a good one.
It sure is, Matt. Anytime mid-October, first of all, beautiful night. There's no snow on the ground. And you are not joking when you said the sky is purple. I think God's got us tonight. also love that the referees are wearing purple for Purple Night. Cancer is a really difficult thing and affects far too many of us. But the joy, there it is on the screen. Look at that beautiful purple sky. I hope it gives the guys just a little bit of extra oomph tonight, knowing that people that they love, including people like your father, who have battled and defeated cancer. Soccer's just a game. We know that. It's more than soccer, but man, do we love soccer, Matt.
We sure love the game of soccer. As two Hope alums, Matt Margarone and Lance Pello here. Lance in the 90s, me in the late 90s, early 2000s. We are so excited to watch this classic rivalry. It's not Hope Kelvin, but it's Hope Kazoo. A little grittier, a little dirtier, but a lot of fun.
That is true. I've never seen, with an errant shot just to start, never seen a Kalamazoo team come out soft.
That's right, and a lot to watch for here as the Hornets now going left to right. They're actually the ones wearing the orange tonight, coming out, and the goalkeeper here for the Hornets is Jackson Janderwicki, who's going to take the early kick here. Playing it long up into the middle, Jackson, Mindling, and Davidson will battle for the ball. That ball drops to Josh Weigel, who tries to play it up to Walters, and it's won back by the Hornets. They're looking to build through the midfield. Hope is playing a high-pressure game, not allowing them to build easily, and that ball will go out of bounds. And Owen Seidhamel, the local Holland High native, sophomore here, getting his first start of the year, and plays it down the line. Midling wins it, finds Davidson, and the Hornets just play that ball out of bounds.
You know, Matt, with Seidhamel here with the ball, pretty special, right? A couple Hope injuries, pulling him from the bench onto the starting lineup, but it feels good when you get that first start in front of your home crowd. And I know he's got family members here, including probably his dad, Coach Seidhamel, that we've all known from the Holland area.
Yeah, Owen with the block on that, and that's going to go out of bounds. A great build by the Hornets coming across on the counterattack. Lucas Ruiz, the junior from Miami, Florida, Westminster High School, plays that off. Seidhamel blocks it, and that'll be a corner kick here.
We know what it means when you have more set pieces, right? More corners, more free kicks, more opportunities to score. So let's hope this is just the first of maybe one for the half, but let's see how the Dutchmen respond.
Lefty in swinger, and that ball is won by Evan Morrison, it looks like, and Sandys will just play that ball. It hits a little bit off the outside of his foot. That corner was taken by Elijah View, who played that in. Now the throw-in will come off from Joey Basil, the junior from Grand Haven, Michigan, kind of just north of us here in Holland. And it looks like this is going to be a long throw. He's backing all the way up to that fence, looking to play it in. That ball hangs up in the air dangerously, and Lohman, the fabulous freshman, puts that ball out of the mix. So far, Kalamazoo has been pretty direct. Long throws, big kick from the keeper. So we'll keep that in mind, as Hope will have to be big in the air against this team.
Little of our own medicine there with those long throw-ins. It's like a corner kick each time.
Smitley puts that ball over the top to Seth Walters, trying to hold it up and is unable to do so. A great defensive play by the Hornets. And again, that is a direct ball. Seidhamel heads it down, and Morrison gets away with one there, tugs on the arm, but then just gives it away. Morrison actually is playing up in the midfield today, as Seidhamel's playing in that back spot. Lohman and Smitley in the center back, and Hassenrick on that right side wing. Midling earns the foul on that play on the number 5, Simon Sawyer, the sophomore from White Lake.
Friendly tap to the face there.
Friendly.
Grabbing the ear maybe, pulling him down. So you learn that in the Kalamazoo defensive soccer manual.
Oh, man. Very physical. If you know youth soccer in the area, if you know growing up in the high school level, it's a very great hotbed of soccer in West Michigan is the Kalamazoo area. Sandys plays the ball over the top, and that'll be won by the Hornets. Not enough challengers on that play for the Dutchman on that. Davidson brings it down. That ball stays in bounds, and that'll be played out of bounds. And now Hope will get its chance at the long throw-in. Lance, tell me what we're looking at for when Jack Lohman is going for this throw-in here.
Well, I certainly enjoy the stacked box, right? Look at the Dutchman and the Hornets all within the 6-yard box. Just a bit of a melee in there. Little pinball action, hopefully, is what we're getting here. And maybe it'll work out in our favor.
Lohman looks for Midling's head. He's unable to flick it on. And Sandys with the left-footed swinger, and that ball goes out of bounds. The ref is letting them play on this. The AR had his flag up. Now it's a foul going the other way. Sighthamel wins that play very well. But if you saw on the live stream there, the AR had that ball going out of bounds, and they just played on. Smitley now has the ball. He's had a great season so far. I got to go down earlier in the year and watch the Hope College Flying Dutchman play at Notre Dame. What an incredible opportunity for this Division III program. They played very well, and Smitley was one of the best players for the Dutchman on that night. 90 minutes, just had a incredible game, and so a player to watch tonight. Hassenrick brings the ball out of the air. Great first touch. He finds Walters, puts it wide. Weigel driving, gets in behind. Finds Morrison on his left, and he just hits it a little high. A great, great composed play from Josh Weigel, looking for that late runner.
That's the old John Conlon take him end line, slot it back. Nice little dummy coming through. One extra touch, but that looked good by the Dutchman.
Yeah, great play. It's fun to see Josh Weigel, usually playing a little bit more central, was out wide on that play, and that was a great run by the Dutchman. Kalamazoo looked to find the little gap in between Weigel and Hassenrick and are unable to do it, as Eamon Burns can't catch up to that ball. Sandys loses in the midfield, and Kalamazoo's coming the other way. Sighthamel just puts it up into the air. Nice defensive play there. And Hope wins it back. Midling, two big men on the soccer field battling there, Lance Pello.
I like the post-up move, right? Like he's in the block down low, and Jackson doesn't get pushed off the ball very easily.
Nice little try for the through ball by Hassenrick, unable to get through. Smitley knocks it down to Sighthamel. Sighthamel drives through, looks for Midling. He's getting grabbed. And this battle from Sawyer and Midling is very intense early on.
The jersey tug is in play tonight, apparently, which might be good for us as well.
If they have done their scouting report, they would know that Midling was the leading scorer on the team as a freshman last year and is also just having a wicked start to this season.
Yeah, pretty calm, cool, and collected guy off the field. But when he gets on that field, whew.
Walters gets around that one. Didn't really have a chance. Looked closer than it was. Not a ton of power on that shot, but that's two times on that right side. Hope has kind of gotten around the corner and gotten an angle. Look for them to continue to try to exploit that.
Yeah, slotted ball is a nice ball today. If we can get a one-timer and put it in the back of the net, that'll be nice.
Great win out of the air by Weigel. And there are two massive center backs from the Hornets. I've got to give props to Simon Sawyer in the center back, and we also have the number 27, Evan Polens-Voigt. But for now, Kalamazoo has won the free kick about 10 yards from the half line. They're going to try and dump this ball into the box and see if something can find its way through.
Dutchman pretty firm, standing on the 18.
Good ball in. They're going to have to get up and win it. That bounces off Sandy's head, and Weigel calmly and composed brings that ball down. Lohman tries to play it out, and a nice high-pressure play from Kalamazoo saying it's not going to be that easy. We're going to put some pressure on you. You're not going to be able to build out of the back. That's been nice from the Hornets so far.
Matt, what do you think about one of the smallest guys winning that head? That was pretty nice by Evan.
I think he is small, but I would not want to go up against him in a street fight. I'll just say that. I would need some sort of thing with me.
That's right. Nunchucks maybe
He'd
or
be
something.
bare knuckles, and
Bare
I'd bring everything I could. I'd have a tote bag with all sorts of things, and I'd still lose. So Sandys is a tough player, just a great player, junior here, and has just played well all season, really earning that defensive center mid position. Smitley plays that ball wide to Hassenrick. He goes up, and a great play by Hassenrick. Definitely does not have the height advantage on that play, as that back line of the Hornets is really large, but Hassenrick wins the throw-in.
Shout out to the little guys. I fall within that category. I love seeing the little guys make it happen. Hass is one of my favorite to see. He's like the Energizer Bunny.
Relentless work rate for Hassenrick. Great turn by Josh Weigel, a 3-year starter since he was a freshman here at Hope. Just unbelievable turn. Davidson out on the wing here, looking to build. Gets it caught under his feet a little bit. Sidehamel beats the first defender and the second defender, swings it in with a great ball, and that ball is just punched up into the air. Wow, that was an awkward play by the goalkeeper there, Lance Pello.
Yeah, you know, I think when you're not a goalkeeper by any means, but when you're in that box, your greatest fear is that it pops down right in front of you. So a punch, a toss, a hit over the bar. I think obviously he was trying to punch that out towards the sideline, just kind of went straight up instead of out.
Yeah, just a testament to Sidehamel's pace and curl on that ball that it was unable to just bring that in and catch it. Long throw by Lohman. It does not get past the first defender, and Midling will try to shield it, and a great play by the Hornets there, and Midling just fouls a little late too on that, and he gets a warning there, and it was a little bit of a frustration foul, or a little bit of just wanted to let you know I'm here.
Yeah, if you walked into the post office, Jackson Minling's picture is going to be up there for most wanted, right? He's going to be one of those people that a referee is going to see. It's just his physical size. I'm sorry. When he goes shoulder to shoulder somebody, and it's really shoulder to their head because that's how much bigger he is than them, he's going to get a lot of those calls against him.
But a gentle giant, just a amazing young man. We here at Hope have some fabulous student athletes, and glad to have him on this side of the pitch. Sidehamel plays that ball over the top. That is a very dangerous ball as Walters puts on the pressure. If that can bounce to Midling, that would be wonderful, but it doesn't. And again, a testament to those two center backs from the Hornets who are big. And Morrison gets a foul, and that is going to be a yellow. I think that's an accumulation foul, not from him necessarily, but just saying that's 2 in a row from you, Hope. The Hornets have been behind, and you have kind of come in late trying to slow down the transition, and we just won't have it.
Hard for a referee not to give a yellow card. Maybe if that was the first foul, right, that we saw from Jackson, but and quite obvious a sweeping of the feet there. So, yeah, just setting a tone as a referee of, like, I'm not going to take this. Unfortunately, it doesn't help the Dutchman.
Simon Sawyer plays that ball on the ground. This is a 1v1 situation as Davidson goes down, and that was an excellent tackle and defensive play by the fifth-year senior Davidson. And what a ball to break out. We're 3v3. Weigel's going at the defense, gets it caught under his feet just at the last moment, trying to make a decision whether to go one-on-one or play that ball through. Lance, that's a tough decision in that moment.
Yeah, when you have 40 yards in front of you, you have a lot of time to think.
Yeah, that's right.
What move am I going to make? Am I going to do a step over? Am I going to do a pullback? And he just kind of got in between those two plays.
Got it caught under his feet, and that's an awkward ball back from Hassenrick. But if it winds up at Daniel Morgan, another local player's feet, and Hope will be okay there. A great little counterattack by the Dutchman, and it just falls short at the last moment as Davidson wins the ball, plays it over the top. Now Midling gets in behind. He is grabbed, and he's taken down. And there is no foul on that, and that looks like an injury. That is a dangerous, dangerous tackle. I do not know about that one, if I am honest, as Midling is still down on the play. I'd like to have the camera.
Crowd is not pleased at all.
That was a dangerous play, as almost like in football.
Horse collar.
Horse collar. It felt like a horse collar where it gets
Yeah.
your legs kind of buckled under.
Yeah.
He was being pulled and grabbed the entire time. Captain Josh Weigel is talking to the ref. The ref is saying nothing, but in my opinion, watching that play, I felt like that was very close to a penalty kick.
Yeah, you know, Matt, when I think about playing the attacking position, right, I think Jackson does the right thing. He's trying to get positioning in behind, sealing off that defender. Now, if the referee's going to let them play with hands all over each other, this is where injuries will happen.
Yes.
The question there, certainly I believe it was a foul, but did Jackson have possession of the ball? But maybe not. So I don't know if that would have been considered a PK, but as Jackson is pleading his case a bit, and love to see him walking off.
Yeah, it looked dangerous just with the way, and we had a knee injury in the last home game here as Hope played Kelvin, and Caden Shenlow went down, and so unfortunately knee injuries, Lance, in the game of soccer are too much. So it's nice to see Midling walk off, and he's going to come back in. Now Matt Davidson, another captain, is talking to it. So it's obvious that the Hope players, I actually haven't seen them talk to the referees that much this season, and this is one of those plays where they felt very much like that was a obstruction at the least, a pull down from behind, and we play on. Obviously, the ref says this is a game where it's going to be physical, and we're gonna let them play, and we're gonna have to win it on the pitch. Sidehammer with the win, falls down to Davidson, and that ball is just played out of bounds.
Yeah, you know, I think the Dutchman and I think Coach Blahnik does a nice job at telling his players to be respectful to the referees, respectful to the other team. The captain's armband is on purpose, right? That's the ability to talk to a referee and have those discussions, and you saw both captains come over and talk. I like it because maybe if there's another questionable call in the box, I think we're going to get a call.
That's right. Davidson tries to play that ball in behind. He puts his hand up saying, hey, my bad on that one, and we reset. But I agree with that, you know. Respectful arguments from the players on that. There was a couple of parent fans that felt a little more strongly. But we play on. And like we said at the beginning of the game, Lance, these are physical games when you get into mid-conference play. You really want the players on the field to win the game. Obviously, if it's a penalty or a free kick, that's part of the game. Being good at set pieces is part of what wins in a lot of close contests and high-level soccer. It may come down to that one call. But you want to be able to do it from the run of play, and so that might be the way that Hope will need to do it tonight.
Yeah, we saw it in the Olivet game, a 1-0 win, right? A win is a win, but there's a log jam here in the MIAA. Each of these games is pivotal for seeding, right? We want the opportunity to play for an MIAA championship. So winning games 1-0, one little call where a PK can mean, hey, we've got a one-goal lead. Those are important moments, and unfortunately, we didn't get the ball to bounce our way on that last one.
Now Kalamazoo's coming the other way, and that ball skips off the head, and Morgan will just corral that in. Smitley has the ball at his feet, and Hope will try to build out of the back. I like that from the Dutchman, feeling like they can build. An unlucky ball on that play. But now Lohman is moving up the field. Lohman, a freshman from the east side of the state, finds Walters. Walters drives through three, plays it wide to Hassenrick. Hasternick is double teamed. Great play back to Weigel, who goes 1v1. I like the Dutchman going at the Kalamazoo defense. Now they just need to get the ball into the box. Haas gets around the corner and gets in for a corner kick. A great play by the Dutchman. Now I wonder, Lance, what you think about that, if we're dancing a little too much on the ball or they need just to get that ball in, but it's a win of a corner kick.
Third time we've beat their left back.
That's right.
So if I'm Dave Blahnik and Connor Fowler over on the sideline right now, I'm saying to all my wingers, hey, we can beat that guy over there. Let's make sure we do it. But the service needs to come, right? That's what we need in addition to just beating them.
Short corner, and the ball ends up at Davidson's foot, and he puts that one really high to the far post. Seidhamel's battling for the ball along with Elijah Vu. Kalamazoo calling for a handball. Sandys is unable to get through that logjam in the middle. And Kalamazoo, an interesting play. You might not have been able to see that on the live stream. Sometimes teams will keep one player up on the corner kick. Kalamazoo had 2 players wide, expecting when they win that ball, they're going to break out quick.
Yeah, that quick transition, that can hurt you. So let's watch for that as this game goes on.
Walters plays it up to Midling. Been hard to break down the middle of the Kalamazoo defense. The width is what has been worked for Hope, but give credit to those 2 big center backs, Simon Sawyer and Pollins Voigt. Seidhamel plays that ball into the middle. Oh, a tough ball. That's going to be a very, very unfortunate advantage call. There was a breakaway going for the Hornets. Now they're wondering if that's going to be a last defender play. Lohman went down on that ball that was kind of played too softly into the middle. Dangerous ball there. The ref called the foul. Kalamazoo was 1v1 in on the goalie. And a very interesting call here as the center referee is talking to the AR. Deciding, is this a red card? Probably for a last defender foul. Or, I'm curious, the Kalamazoo players respectfully are talking to the center saying, why was that not an advantage call?
Yeah. I would be asking the same thing.
Absolutely.
A breakaway versus a free kick from 35 yards out. I'm going to take the breakaway. Dare I say we're even now, Matt, of 2.
Wow. Fascinating that the ref now is talking to some players from the Hornets, as well as Matt Davidson is in on that play, that the AR is also in the conversation. I don't know if I've ever seen this long of a deliberation between the players and the referee in a collegiate game like this. Now, there is a player still down on the field, the one that got taken out on the tackle. That is the number 20, Lucas Ruiz. There was a player in on the goalie. Daniel Morgan was coming out, and head coach Mike Haynes in his first season is standing at the center line, being incredibly respectful. So it's a curious conversation, but I'm not sure what the call is going to be. We'll wait to find out.
As a coach yourself, Matt, what do you do in this situation when you see an egregious call like that?
Wow.
How do you as a coach respond to these scenarios?
Well, if this was the first call that was a little bit controversial, now that the center and the AR are coming in to talk to the Kalamazoo coach to explain it, I think the center is saying, yeah, I might have missed that one. He put his hand to his chest, say, I missed that one. I was looking down at the injury. Curious to see what will happen here. Coach Haynes understands, and the ref is definitely saying, I feel like it's one of those moments. Too often you see refs that do not say, hey, I made a mistake on this one. This looks like one of those situations where you're saying, yeah, I might have missed that one. Now what do we do at this moment?
Yeah, I mean, we're all human. We make mistakes. If you've ever met a referee that's been perfect, I'd like to meet him, because nobody is perfect. And so obviously we're a bit emotionally and, historically connected to Hope College, so we always want what's best for the Dutchmen. But
now let's keep an eye on the referee here, Lance. I'm sorry, he's going out. There's a card coming out of the pocket. We're looking to see what color this is for Jack Lohman. And it is a yellow card. That would have changed the entire dynamic of this game. If Hope would have received a red card, they would have had to play down for 70 minutes of this game. And no matter who you are, that's a tough hill to climb. But so Hope, I would say the only way to describe that is escapes from this situation with just a yellow card. But keep your eye on it. Hope now has 2 yellow cards on the game. And
from
we said
two of our important players.
We are 18 and a half minutes in, and we already have 2 yellow cards. This is what Hope Kalamazoo games are.
We won't expect anything less. It's still a dangerous free kick. Once again, not the breakaway that the Hornets were hoping for, but certainly a ball that can be put right on frame. So let's see how the Dutchmen respond.
This is the one they talk about in the bus afterwards, but there's nothing you can do about it now. Great hit, but it's just over the top, a little too far. Morgan had that covered, and now we reset. Both teams have their axe to grind right now in this situation, but it's 0-0, and we will go even up.
It's hard sometimes to have that lengthy delay in a game. Obviously, injury does that, but that was more than just the injury, although the good to see the Kalamazoo Hornet player come off and under his own power. But the Dutchman back at it.
Ball gets dropped off Walter's chest to Weigel. Sondies is surrounded. Morrison has 2 players on him, and Hope breaks it out of that defense very well. Sidehamel gets it on his foot, and Hope is looking to build it around. That right side of the field with Weigel, Sondies, and Walters and Hassenrick has been very dangerous building. Hope has had a really good cross from Sidehamel down the left side. They have not built through the middle very well at all in the attacking third. Through the middle of the field in this middle third, but on the attack, their best attacks have come from the wings.
Dutchman doing a nice job retaining possession here after the long ball. Long ball not usually our best effort.
Yeah, the Kalamazoo bench is super happy with the pressure on the Dutch, forcing them into hard passes and then winning those big headers as Pollins Voigt goes up big. Sawyer plays that ball long. That's going to drop over Lohman's head. Hornets now 1v1. Hassenrick comes in for the double team, and a great defensive play by Hassenrick, and that's really why he has earned that spot on that wing, is from his defensive effort.
Yeah, I love when our attacking players score goals, but maybe what makes a coach even happier is the energy to get back.
Now Midling is in behind. He's in the box. Oh, my! And if you've watched Midling over the last few years, you know he does not need much space to get off a shot that pops out like a cannon. We need one of the guns on his shot.
100%. Listen, soccer 101 for those of you watching, especially the youngsters. Jackson, one step, uses the booty to give a little bit of space and has the opportunity to rip a shot. You don't have to possess the ball. You need to create space to possess the ball.
That ball is won by Matt Davidson. He plays that ball up and through now to Morrison, who's going along to that right side. That right side has just had more space than this left side in this early part of the game. Hassenrick is taken out on that play, and that'll be a free kick for the Dutch. We'll see who stands over the ball, whether this is Sondies or Davidson. Looks like both will go there. Sidehamel will come to this far side as well as Lohman. Lohman with a couple goals on the season early on.
Matt, we're gonna see a referee that's not gonna do a lot of play on anymore. He's learned his lesson, so I think that whistle is gonna come out quickly. So Haas does a nice job earning a foul from a very dangerous spot, just like Kalamazoo had just a few minutes ago.
This ball most likely he'll get chipped in behind rather than a shot. But again, Paulins Voigt, just that big body in there winning the header. Weigel plays it wide. There's no one out there. Sandys, though, challenges it, almost wins it, but that'll go out for a goal kick. Yeah, you know, it's an interesting thing for a referee when you how to get back into the mental mindset. We don't often talk about referees, but at this point he knows that he's had two teams respectfully come and talk to him and say there may have been two very large missed calls at this point. How he can come back in this game, control the game, and not have it get out of control in a game that is this hotly contested with this many emotions will be interesting to watch.
For sure. You know, many referees are former or current soccer players. I think it's, hey, I've made a couple mistakes on the field as a player. I just got to do what I can to do my best moving forward. So I think he'll do a nice job to finish the game here.
Try to play through the middle, the Hornets do, and they now go wide. Midling just bodied Eamon Burns off the ball. You know, Hope has been trying to play that long ball over the top, but the back line of KZoo is just winning it in the air right now. That's a late play by Sandys on Burns. Now Burns has been down on the field twice. That looked like a pretty dangerous tackle. I'm not sure the ref saw the late part of that tackle as he was looking at where the ball was, but Burns is down. That looked pretty nasty, actually.
I think we're going to be okay. I think the post-foul drama was a little bit extra, trying to get some referee's attention. He seems to be okay as he jumps back into play.
The Hornets win that ball back, and it just kind of goes over the end line. But a lot going on in this game.
It's not been a lot of flow to this game, Matt. There's been kind of herky-jerky and, you know, doesn't feel like either team wants to take over here. I think the Dutchmen have had better opportunities offensively, but I don't think I'm always interested when our athletic information director, Alan Babbitt, gives us time of possession. I'll be really curious to see what happens after this half.
Yeah, you know, Kalamazoo is known for their physicality. Interesting to see what Mike Haynes will do with this team in years to come, just in his first year, but really playing physical and hard early on. That's a dive, just kind of throwing himself on the ground was Henry Plumstead. Does not earn the foul on that one. And Hope will try to build. Sandys plays that ball wide, and that just is not a good ball.
Hassenrick with a little gamemanship there. Oh, oops, sorry, sir. Didn't mean to knock that ball 20 yards away from those guys so we could get back on defense.
We've got our first sub of the game, number 25.
It's wild to say, first substitution.
Junior Matuza will come into the game. He's replacing, I think this is Ben Marlowe, the sophomore from East Grand Rapids.
And maybe not a surprise here, Matt. The left back position that has been a little vulnerable for the Hornets, replacing that spot. So let's see how we do if we can still gather some space over there on the right-hand side.
Sidehamel will track that ball down off the throw-in. A long throw by the Hornets. And they'll win another long throw here as number 14, Joey Basil, will do the slow jog over. My favorite thing is the slow jog. Just builds the anticipation.
No rush.
For what's to come.
Look at them all inside that 6-yard box. This is dangerous for the Dutchmen.
Oh, that ball bounces down, but Morgan, like a baby giraffe, coming in and just grabbing that ball incredibly. And another unbelievable ball. Weigel's in behind and just hits it a little high as Eamon Burns had some speed to catch up to Weigel, and Weigel's gotten in behind on that far stick.
baby giraffe. Didn't see that one coming. Maybe I did. Yeah, beautiful. To go through traffic. I don't know very many baby giraffes who know how to get through traffic that well, but well done.
Listen, it's tough. Legs flying everywhere. The giraffe community is one.
Underrepresented at the soccer games.
That's right. So Hasenrick is on the ball now. He's driving at Sondies, who plays a ball through to Midling. He's got it, and he shoots it. Oh, my goodness. Hard to see from this angle, but wasn't able to get around on it. And once again, Hope has found something on that right side.
Boy.
The little combo of players has been fun to watch.
It's a matter of time before Jackson puts one in the back of the net. Let's keep feeding him. He is playing very well tonight.
Yeah, Kalamazoo unable to figure out how to stop that right side, and it just seems like a goal is going to come from that side if Kalamazoo doesn't get that short up. Morrison with a great win, but that's dangerous as he's playing on a yellow card. The number 25, Junior Matuza, just into the game early on, 2 minutes in, and already gets fouled. That's just, it's a physical game.
Welcome.
Right, welcome to the MIAA game here at Van Andel. That ball is played over the top. Another header, dangerously won in the box. And that ball stays inbounds and then goes out for a throw. A nice play by the Hornets, not allowing for a goal kick. And Lohman will play it back into the middle, but Walters will win it. And Weigel is off to the races again. Slows it up this time. He's going to build, try to switch the field. That ball's going to come around to Morrison, who just brings it down. Interesting to see Morrison in the midfield playing a little higher as he was playing in the back. They've slid Lohman and Smitley into the center and trying to get Morrison into the tack a little bit more. Weigel is dispossessed, and now the Hornets are off to the races. Sightham was caught high. He's trying to recover on the number 10. Oh, and Smitley with an unbelievable slide. Now that's a fair tackle, I guess. This game, Lance. Woo.
Yeah, let's hope there's no injuries. I understand, right? It's the heat of the play, and you're trying to get the ball, but we're going to have some injuries here if we get these late tackles still going.
Sondies with a nice little toe ball up to Walters, who keeps it in and just plays it off the Hornets.
It's just cruel when you do that to a defender.
I know, you hate that. It's off the shin. Joey Basil tried to pick up the throw quick, but was unable to trick this set of referees at this moment. Sidehamel plays it down the line. Ball drops into the box, and Jandersky from DeWitt, Michigan, Jackson Jandersky, comes up with the ball.
Not usual when the center defender tells the goalie to come pick up the ball. It's usually that goalie that wants it.
Kalamazoo again will pump it up in to the middle. I think I'd like a stat in a game of how many head balls are won. I'm sure somebody keeps that somewhere, but this is one of those games where you're going to have to go up into the air a lot. You're going to be battling, arm battling, just to try to win that ball, see if it bounces down. Very physical game. It's not for the faint of heart.
Maybe we got a few people out there watching the game tonight. Get out your pad of paper. Let's go here forward. How many headers does Hope win, and how many does Kalamazoo? Text us. There might be a few guys out there that know our numbers, Matt. They can let us know by halftime here.
Smitley plays that ball to Lohman. Hope trying to build a little bit around the back. That ball finds its way to Hasenrick, who keeps it in bounds. But the left back is up to the task on that play. I can't see his number from here, but great play on that. Weigel with a nice little juggle, driving down the middle, tries to play that through to Midling and is unable to do so.
What a beautiful touch there.
Yeah.
Over the top of the defender, right to his foot.
High level of skill. Not many players at this level can do that. That's Elijah Vu on that left side back. You know, now would be a good time, Lance Pello, to thank our anchor partners with 12 minutes left in this game as the purple sky turns to black and we trust our lights. We are thankful for our anchor partners like BPW keeping the lights on.
See what you did there.
LVZ Financial Planning, the Lighthouse Title Group, Gentex Corporation, Holland Hospital, and Shoreline Orthopedics, Sports Medicine Collaborative, XYZ Motors, and family partner, the Borichter family.
Couldn't do it without him, Matt. Then thank goodness we've got him, because I don't know about you, when I'm not up in the booth and I'm home with my family, I've got the TV going with the live stream, listening to you and Paul and others.
A great ball that comes dangerously across the middle. The best build from the Hornets so far, and that header just goes over the top as we were thanking our sponsors by the number 11 Brody Plumstead with a great play.
Substitutions entering the lineup for the Flying Dutchman, number 11 Luke Laird, also number 12 Michael Whelan.
Michael Whelan will come into the game in the midfield or in the forward for Jackson Midling, and Luke Laird will come up to the attacking spot. Yeah, you know, it's an honor and a joy to get to just work at a place like Hope College, Division III sports. I read the other day it's probably one of the last places for the true scholarly student athlete in the country at this point. Seth Walters driving, and he actually gets a call on this play. That might be, like you said, one of those calls was missed earlier for Jackson Midling, which was actually a foul. It looked like Seth won that one, definitely, but yeah, I think Kalamazoo has a bone to pick on that one as well.
Once again, you know, just like a player maybe is in his head sometimes out on the field and making mistakes, a referee might get in his own head and not want to make a mistake anymore. So anything that's maybe a 50-50 call, he might call it. Once again, I think that could go against us or for us. So let's see if we can capitalize on this ball just outside the 18 as the triple threat here behind the ball.
Dangerous place for a free kick. Seth Walters earns that, and now Matt Davidson will stand over it along with Michael Wieland and Evan Sondes. 22 yards out. Davidson hits it near post! Around the wall, and that ball is in!
Dutchman, the first to score tonight. What an amazing curling ball around that wall. And of course the Hornets are upset because that was a questionable call outside the 18-yard box.
A beautiful free kick. Coach Haynes is at the midline giving it to the AR, saying of all the plays, that's the one we call. Hope, though, in this physical game, strikes first. Now, it takes a lot more than just a free kick to...
I believe...
It takes a lot more than just a free kick to get a goal, and so Davidson still finished it. Now, the referee, Mike Haynes, is going to earn a yellow card. Said something questionable, and you can see that the frustration is building at this point for both teams. I would say he's got a bone to pick on this one, but at the same time, might have said something that was questionable. I'll have to ask our ADs after the game. Is there? It's right in front of some of our incredible staff here at Hope. But we play on and talk a little bit about that goal, Lance Pello. What are you trying to do? That wall, there's 4 or 5 players there. It's a little off to the side. hard to get up and down from just 20 yards out, but Matt Davidson has an incredible free kick that just kind of curls around the wall. What are you looking at there?
Yeah, and you see a couple of the Dutchmen, in position. When I'm a goalkeeper, I don't really understand who's taking that kick. So is it going around the wall to the right, over to the left? Is it going to be just a chip shot? So just a little action outside of that shot means that we had maybe him leaning just a little bit, and we snuck it in on the far side.
We said this game might come down to a set piece. Physical game usually leads to fouls, and the Hope earned the foul on that. They've been playing physical up top, going against the Kalamazoo defense as Sandy wins the ball. And then Davidson with just a strike. Wonderful tackle there. Kalamazoo going the other way. That's Ben Betriel, the number 18, and Luke Laird will play it off of Betriel for the throw-in.
Savvy play back on the back line by the Dutchman there. Once again, I think when you play defense, you don't always have to clear it. A nice timely touch off of an opposing player can give you a little bit of extra advantage there.
Beautiful ball from Laird, just on the one touch off his left foot. Another freshman into the game here. Sidehamel with a great win. Laird just challenging and poking it out of bounds from Brody Plumstead.
Substitution.
How about Sidehamel today, Matt? He's up to the task. He's been playing very well.
Very impressed with his play at the left back. Had an unfortunate pass that led to the yellow card, but outside of that, just been playing very solid and obviously earned the start with some injuries and some other play, trying to work on this formation, get more up into the attack. Oh my gosh, that ball struck the post. Out of nowhere, Kalamazoo turns on it. Morgan was beat, and that ball strikes the post, and Kalamazoo almost evened it up here with under 7 minutes left.
That caught me by surprise. I think it caught Morgan by surprise as well.
Yeah, he didn't even move on that play, but that ball bounced on an angle. Now Walters is going 1v1 in end-to-end action here. Drops to Laird, plays it back into the mix. Not out of the danger zone yet, and now it is, but out for a throw. Wow. This has
what
been
happened there, Matt?
An incredible first half, Lance.
Sports Information Director Alan Babbitt walking by with some halftime. We've got halftime throughout the MIAA. Calvin up 3-0 against Olivet. Adrian currently beating the MIAA leader Albion Brits 1-0, and Alma 1-0 over Trine right now.
Wow.
So not a surprise maybe with Calvin, but certainly with Adrian and Albion, those are two quality teams playing against each other. And then Alma with the 1-0 lead over Trine.
Yeah, fascinating. Trine had an unbelievable season last year. The conference actually came down to Hope versus Trine on the last game of the season. This year have just had a really rough start as Walters wins the ball back from the high pressure, plays it through to Wieland. Now Micah slowed up his run, didn't think that, oh my, and that's Davidson coming through the back late, and this game is very chippy right now, Lance.
Yeah, halftime, I don't know who's going to be more excited about halftime, the players or the referees, because the referees need a little bit of a breather right now.
Yeah, reset. These players know that it's a hard game to call, so they're coming in late. They're going down quickly on a physical touch, and so this is going to be a hard game to referee going into the second half. Seth Walters plays that ball to Wieland, who's come off the bench just with a lot of pace and energy. He's driving 1v1. There's a second defender kind of on the inside. Wieland elects to play it back to Davidson. Laird with the positive touch. And now Smitley gets beat. And Lohman comes back with an unbelievable tackle as Ben Betrayal dangerously drives to the middle. A great play from him there, but Lohman, who has done all game, has come up with 3 game-saving tackles in this game.
Ooh. Nice turn by the winger over there for the Hornets. Yeah, soccer is a game of angles, right? When you're playing defense, what appears to be a breakaway, as that one did, quickly turns into a one-on-one. So well done by the Dutchman defense to get back and support.
Yeah, I'm just incredibly impressed with the freshman Jack Lohman, who has just earned his way into the starting spot in the back and has just played typically 90 minutes. Just his athleticism, his read on the game, and his physicality is very strong. Looks like Hope got another great player in Jack Lohman. Sighthammer with the battle, and he'll just shield that ball out of bounds as Plumstead slides on that play. Alan Alcala comes into the game for Josh Weigel.
Entering the lineup for the Flying Dutchman, number 10, Alan Alcala.
You know, Lance, we have 2 minutes and 45 seconds left. Little summary of the first half if you're just joining us. Hope is up 1-0 on a goal from Matt Davidson in the 36th minute of the game. He puts one from 22 yards out in the lower right-hand side of the goal around the wall on a set piece, and that is the difference. Been a very physical game. 2 yellow cards on the Dutchman so far. Corners from both teams, free kicks from both teams, and some missed calls as well. Card for the coach, actually, of the Kalamazoo Hornets. And it has just been a half full of drama and intrigue, and you are not going to want to miss the second half.
Indeed, Matt. You know, it's Purple Night. Obviously, we're supporting the Van Andel Institute, and we're honoring those affected by cancer. But the real Purple Night, at least in the soccer game, has been the 3 guys wearing purple out there on the field. They are the ones that are gathering the most attention during this first half with some questionable calls.
Yeah, there a lot to say. You know, the MIAA has some great referees. This is a great crew as well. Just some awkward plays that could have gone both ways. There was a play early on that Kalamazoo had that they actually awarded Kalamazoo the free kick and the foul, but they had the advantage and were in on goal 1v1, and the ref slowed the play and called it back. Nearly a sure goal type of situation. More often than not, a 1v1 leads to a goal, and he pulled it back, and they were unable to score the free kick, but they felt like that chance got away. And Hope had another play in the first half where Jackson Midling went down, was pulled down in the box, and so both teams have a little bit of gripe, but right now we're 1-0 Hope, and man, there's going to be a lot of drama in the second half. It's going to be physical. It's going to be hotly contested, as both these teams right now are undefeated in the league play.
Yeah, I'm sure Coach Blahnik is going to go into the locker room and talk about team play, right? I think we've got some great things going on the right side. Jackson obviously playing well up top. But what I think Coach Blahnik's going to want to see is all the instruments working together, you know, an orchestra of soccer, so that we can see in the second half, you know, Hope coming out and taking advantage of the opportunities that we're given.
And the horns are blaring now as the half ends. In that orchestra, the cacophony of sound is leading us into halftime. So we'll be back in 15 minutes. Get your snack on and come back and join us. It's a good one here from Van Andel Stadium. We'll see you soon.
At Van Andel Institute, we're in a race, a relentless competition to get ahead of the diseases that affect our world. Cancer, Parkinson's, Alzheimer's. We are at the forefront of research and discovery. Our global collaborations are a catalyst for big breakthroughs so that we can make the greatest impact on the health of current and future generations. Because in the race to prevent and cure some of the most insidious diseases, victory is the only option. Van Andel Institute, Innovation Unleashed.
Gentex is a tech company supplying electro-optical products to the global automotive, aerospace, and fire protection industries. With focused competencies in design, vision, displays, software, and more, we're always looking for engineering talent. For our direct hire hourly production positions, we run open interviews Monday through Friday from 8 to 5 at our 58 East Riley facility in Zeeland. And our facilities, benefits, and culture are everything you'd expect from a world-class employer. Now's the time to join Team Gentex.
Holland BPW is proud to support Hope Athletics and commitment to energy efficiency. It's easy for Holland BPW electric customers to get started with Home Energy 101 at hollandenergyfund.com. With Home Energy 101, learn the best ways to maximize efficiency and save on your utility bills. You also get a kit of energy-saving supplies valued at up to $300. Get started at hollandenergyfund.com today.
Hi, I'm Natalie.
And I'm Liv, and we're both on the e-board for the Pan-Indigenous Student Organization.
And we're excited to celebrate Indigenous Peoples Day during the month of October and to partner with the Center for Diversity and Inclusion for the annual Indigenous Peoples Lecture,
which will take place Thursday, October 23rd at 3:30 p.m. in the Jack Miller Concert Hall.
And our speaker this year is Carol Bremer Bennett, the Executive Director for World Renew, and she'll be speaking on the theme of the power we carry, belonging as a sacred responsibility.
We're both super excited about it, and we hope to see you there.
Are you thinking about buying, selling, or refinancing? Your title agency matters, and you have a choice. Lighthouse Title started in Holland, Michigan more than 20 years ago and has grown to over 45 locations. We are proud to be local in these communities. Visit Lighthouse Title for more information and use our online widget Louie the Lightkeeper to chat with someone today about how we can help you close on your new home.
Cancer, we're coming for you. Parkinson's, your days are numbered. Alzheimer's, we're zeroed in on you too. Because at Van Andel Institute, the world's best minds are working relentlessly to eradicate these diseases forever. By advancing the boldest innovations, achieving breakthroughs, and transforming lives. Because the most powerful way to fight diseases, never stop fighting. Van Andel Institute, innovation unleashed.
Hope students are challenged to dig deeper. They're challenged to find their calling and shape their future. They're taught to empower their talents, chase their dreams, and encouraged to make a difference. The Hope student body is ready to change the world.
Yeah, my name is Travis Williams. I'm the CEO of the ODC Network. I graduated from Hope in 1998. I studied biology, and then I also played football. In order to be successful, people really need more than just the academic experience, but they need people to come alongside them and help them, coach them, mentor them. I find that Hope College has just been one of the best examples of being able to do that anywhere.
As an invested community partner, LVZ is proud to help share Hope stories of transformational impact.
Our students act as beacons of hope for their community. They lead with courage, conviction, patience, and strength. They're ready to change the world.
It's no secret. The best way to learn about Hope College is to spend time on our campus. The Hope admissions team invites you to a personalized visit experience you won't forget. Located in downtown Holland, Michigan, our historic campus is close to shopping and dining and just 10 minutes from Lake Michigan. We invite you to check out our campus tour options or sign up for an online tour with the Hope admissions office. There's never been a better time to see Hope College. Visit us at hope.edu/admissions.
Every sunrise, every new day, brings with it a promise of hope. Every day also brings us an opportunity to help make a difference, especially for those we know who are battling cancer or Parkinson's. How can you help? Volunteer at an event or create your own through your school, through your business, with your friends. You can provide hope to countless patients and their families. 100% of your support goes directly to scientists at Van Andel Institute, researching new and better treatments for over 20 diseases, including cancer and Parkinson's. Now is the time to make an impact and make a difference. Please help and join the fight today.
There are over 5,000 colleges and universities in the United States alone, and nearly every single one of them is named after a location or a historical figure. But along the shores of Lake Michigan, there is a school whose namesake is not a founder, not a historical figure, not a state, city, or physical landmark. It is named after an ideal, a virtue, a way of life. Its name is hope. It is so easy to get lost in what this world lacks, to become discouraged by its needs, gaps, and flaws. Can we see beyond the uncertainty and brokenness? At Hope College, we do. Not by ignoring the world as it is, but by learning and living with the belief that this is not the world as it should be, by driving to understand, to unlock clarity, to amplify truth, by leading with inspired compassion, by embodying a vision that illuminates greater opportunity.
My name is Megan Bigelow, and during my time there, I was on the Hope women's soccer team. I decided to choose Hope because of the opportunity to be involved in multiple things. I didn't want to go somewhere where I was just a number in the field. I was able to double major, experience both a business academic load as well as economics. I loved the opportunity to really get to know my professors. Hope exceeded my expectations.
I'm Nate Bauman. As an invested community partner, we're proud to help share Hope's stories of transformational impact.
Believe you'll see it all comes together. My dream, I bleed, I'll give the better part of me. Be free, break free, release, destroy the enemy. Just breathe. Fight for the power. Stand your ground, don't let it go. Fight for the power. Can't be scared when you're in the dark. You should never let the fear make you run away. Fire still burning for another day. Fight for the power. Pushes it in. Oh, he's got another one! He's got another one! Oh, wow! As that ball bounces across the middle, he is on sides.
Strong last 4 minutes of the first half. Pause.
Hey, when we get the ball back, punish them.
Traffic with the and one. Going right, passing left. There's a touchdown pass to Strickland.
your flag or even the score. I'll take your shot, ready for more. Surrender, there is no other choice. Set my soul free now, light it up on fire. Bet on me, I got you. Pick a number.
Bassel with a block downfield, breaks the tackle, stiff arm. Turns that charm off. 1 second. One at the
And we're back. We've got 3 purple jerseys walking down the center of the field, highlighting one of the highlights of the first half. We've got the orange Kalamazoo Hornets on the right side of the field and Hope College Flying Dutchman coming out. 1 minute left in this halftime. Lance Pello, let's talk a little bit about some of the stats in the first half. We have a 60-40 advantage for the Flying Dutchman in possession, even up on shots on goal, and Kalamazoo was just all over the goal. Headers just missing the post. The ball glanced off the post as Daniel Morgan was beat. They had a breakaway that was called back due to a foul, but unable to score on their 7 shots. Even on corner kicks here, and the fouls, 10 fouls total, 6 for the Flying Dutchman with 2 cards associated with that, 2 yellows. One possibly could have been a red card on a dangerous slide tackle by Jack Lohman. But tell me about some of the stats and what you're seeing here, Lance.
Yeah, you know, I don't want to say that we're good predictors, but early on we started to talk about these free kicks, the corner kicks, the free kicks. Games like this that are going to be heavily contested, those chances, right? They are chances to score. And I would even throw in maybe those long throw-ins from both teams. Create wonderful opportunities. There haven't been too many plays through the middle, although the Dutchman did a nice job up on the right side with a couple slotted balls. But I think we're going to see some more free kicks and certainly some more corner kicks and throw-ins that might lead to it. My prediction for this half, Jackson Mindling, he's going to be the Bo Jackson of this half. I think he's going to be able to play baseball, football, soccer. He's going to do it all because Bo knows how to do it. That's my guess for this half.
That is a deep cut, old school reference to one of my favorite Nike commercials. Do you remember Dan versus Dan?
Dan
the
versus
Olympics.
Dan.
Yeah.
I also remember Super Tecmo Bowl.
Oh, wow.
And if you got to pick your first team, you were picking Bo Jackson, and the other person was just like, I give up. I can't win.
Jackson Mindling, an athlete like that, looks like a football player, but ends up as a soccer player. He's out on the run now as Weigel gets into space. Weigel had a number of wonderful runs in the first half. Now Mindling takes the right side on the corner. He's battling. And every time Mindling touches the ball, he gets hit or grabbed, as they know that that's the only way to slow him down is with physical play. Good ball movement up to Walters. he's dispossessed, and Kalamazoo content to knock that ball out of the back. Lohman wins it. He's going to just play that ball long. And an unbelievable ball that drops down to Midling. Oh, and that's in. But he was called offside, so I do not understand that call. He must have come from an offside position back on and then in behind, because he was not offsides when he received that ball. That's a very interesting call, but looks like the right one now, as the AR was all over that as Midling finished it low in the corner, but that is offsides.
For those of you at home watching, scroll back just a few seconds and give us that report. I'm very curious to see, as Kalamazoo with the quick attack as well and earning a corner.
And that's what's happened all game. That's what's happened all game, going both ways. As soon as Hope gets an attack, Kalamazoo comes back the other way. And we will have a corner now from Eamon Burns. Oh my gosh, a little back flick there. Burns plays it back into the mix. Weigel will go up. That ball will be won by the number 8, Ben Marlowe. But then it'll pop back up, and Sighthamel will play that ball long.
That shot looked like one of mine, Matt, you know, from the top of the arc, almost a throw-in. That's a usual shot from Lance Pello there.
Typical self-deprecating humor from my broadcast partner here. Josh Weigel is double-teamed, and he's dispossessed. A great play by the number 20, Lucas Ruiz. Ask Lance about his soccer career. He'll tell you here at Hope. Grant Hasenrick comes the other way. Nice little change of pace. Finds Midling. He's triple-teamed. How he came out with that ball is tough, but he did. And Weigel will just have 25 yards of space to just kind of build, move the ball. Sandi's playing in that defensive center position, playing it around calmly. That ball skips to Sighthamel, puts it down. Nice little through ball. Nice side-to-side action by the Dutch here, as Davidson now drives to the middle, working it side to side. Great run from Hasenrick. Weigel, though, gets around the corner, puts it on the far stick, and that ball looked like it got tipped, deflected. But a nice shot from Weigel on that. Hasenrick was running on the outside. You can understand why Weigel took it in, though. Sometimes you're more dangerous in the middle, and that outside run will actually pull the defender. Great run by Hasenrick either way. That's a play over the top to Plumstead. And again, this game is back and forth, Lance.
Yeah, going back to that run by Hasenrick, let's remember, if I'm an outside back and that player is attacking me, like Josh was, and Haas is over on that right side, I have to think about him.
Right.
Which makes me a little tentative to go in and tackle that ball. So whether he gets the ball or not, great job by Haas, as another one of the long throws coming for the Hornets.
That ball is put high up into the mix. It's flicked on to the near post, and Kalamazoo will win the corner on that. Very savvy play by the Hornets. They have been dangerous on these set pieces, as they have two big bodies. Evan Pollins-Voigt now into the mix. He looks like 6'4", 6'5" in there.
He's a big boy.
Very tall.
Taller by, at least 6 inches than anybody else on the field.
Absolutely. The target man, they're looking for him.
Some nice curly hair on top that gives him even some more height.
That ball is played short. Not a very good corner kick now, as Hope is off to the counterattack. Weigel picks his head up. Oh, he holds it. Unbelievable play from Weigel. Now, as Walters is coming, he's got 1v1. Takes a touch, plays it wide to Midling, and just at the last second, an unbelievable breakout from Hope, unbelievable buildup, and great defensive touch from the Hornets on that.
Matt, you were much more of a dribbler than I was. You've got all that space. Just a little quick feint to the right side, and that defender jumps.
I know.
And it just opens up space for you right in the middle. That was a beautiful 30-yard run by the Dutchman there.
Great play by Weigel. Now Davidson stands over the ball. The goal scorer from the first half will take the corner kick. Unbelievable play. Oh, that's off the Hornets, and that'll be another corner kick. And Davidson runs all the way across the field. Dangerous ball there. No, and they changed the call to a goal kick. What a wild set of events here, as it looked like it was a corner to start. Good play from the Hornets. Weigel battles, Morrison battles, and they're driving through, but Smitley kicks it out from the back. You know, I've got to go back to something you just said, and it was related to my dribbling skills. I'm not sure if any of my former teammates would say that was my greatest skill on the field, Lance, but thank you for that kind word. I'll take it. Looks like a player is down. It might be a cramp, and a good display of sportsmanship in this physical game as Grant Hassenrick is stretching out the Kalamazoo player here.
Once again, even in a highly contested match, you know, it's important to take care of each other. Every soccer player's had that horrible feeling in your calf. Feels like a knife going right through it, and when somebody's right next to you and kind of helps you out, that's so nice.
Yeah, Ben Betrill will come off due to that cramp. See if he can get some fluids in him and get back into this game, because he's playing well. He had an unbelievable kind of play in the first half where he drove down the center, beat two defenders, and Lohman had to come on a tackle right at the last second.
Yeah, Kalamazoo's had its chances, just haven't been able to capitalize on them yet.
Yeah, definitely still in this game as Plumstead tries to play that ball across, and Sondies wins it, but that's just an errant kick out of the backs. He picked his head up trying to find Midling and just misplays that. Driven ball across the middle as Morgan kind of cleans that up. Morgan, a transfer into Hope, but a local product here, coming from Holland Christian, has won the starting spot over the last few weeks and played really solid in that game against Calvin, and then got the shutout this last weekend against Olivet.
Yeah, I think perhaps the strongest. There's a nice shot there.
Nice shot by Walters.
Perhaps the strongest from first to last in the MIAA with our keeping skills. I think any of the guys on the bench could fill that role, but sometimes you go with the hot hand, and that's certainly what we've done over the last couple games.
Yeah, I got to be down at Notre Dame. Jack McDaniel played a phenomenal game. Cooper Hutt has had some great games early in the season, but got injured, and Morgan has won that position for now, but Hope is confident in all its keepers as they run through this MIAA situation. Kalamazoo with a nice little spell of play the last 5 minutes, crossing that ball into the mix. Hope has been under pressure, unable to really clear that pressure for the last little bit here. Nice run of play from the Hornets, making some adjustments at halftime, coming out and playing very composed in what is an emotional game right now.
Yeah, we're seeing more controlled play by the Hornets here, especially through the middle. Dutchmen have had to just kind of kick and retreat a little bit here. Let's see if we can gain possession of the ball, and let's get it up to Jackson again.
Long throw coming into the box. Sidehamel wins it, plays it wide. Morrison gets on it, and he puts it off the Hornets and out of bounds for a throw-in. Hope able to settle in, trying to refine their shape, maybe have a chance to build out of the back. Plumstead's kind of in those attacking mids, forward positions. The two brothers there really putting a lot of pressure on the Dutchman. Now Weigel finds a little pocket of space. He finds Hassenrick. Hope is going to try and possess the ball and gain a little bit of their composure back, as Kalamazoo's done well. Lohman with a nice ball up to Walters, who plays it down off of his chest. But that is won by Marlowe, and he's trying to go the other way.
Beautiful defensive play there, stepping in front of the attacking player there.
Smitley, the sophomore from Catholic Central, playing great in that center back position. Phenomenal that a freshman and a sophomore locking up that center back position right now.
Jackson
just shows
takes
the
a
level
tumble.
of play that some of these players come in with from their high school and club careers, that they're ready to go that quickly and play in a game of this magnitude.
I'm always amazed that age doesn't really play a factor, does it? 16, 17, 18 years old, and you can start on a really quality team, which also means, you know, as we saw, and the ball guy over there not too happy that the ball goes down into the creek. But, you know, we've got such a large roster here of able and talented players. It's hard to see the field, and so you know you're a quality player when you come in as a freshman and earn that role.
That's actually a dangerous ball from Sighthamel, which finds its way into Midling, tries to drop it back, but Burns is right on spot. Johnny on the spot, they call that, I think. Weigel with a nice pass into Morrison. Puts it to his right foot. Dangerous bouncing ball. Nice shot on goal there, but as they do, Kalamazoo likes to get out on the break quickly, and Smitley wins that header. Just a phenomenal play. Sighthamel playing well on that left-hand side. Him and Smitley are good friends as sophomores together, and they played this summer on a semi-pro team, Tulip City, together, and so their chemistry is good as Sighthamel's gotten some big minutes tonight. Hassenrick challenges, and Hope comes away with it. For such a big man, Midling really dances on that ball, doesn't he, Lance Pello?
Holy smokes, he pulled that one off the line and around that defender in about 6 inches of space. The big man with the deft touch.
Hassenrick drives down this right side, and a great tackle by Burns. Hassenrick ends up, and I think he hit his head on someone there, but it was a good tackle by Burns.
I think Hassie's okay. I think that might have been a little bit.
He's grimacing a little as he comes down the field, but we're glad he's okay.
He is. And we can see out our left window Dad pacing a little bit. Former Hope College player Matt Hassenrick.
Did you play with Matt?
I did play with Matt.
Yeah, so did I. So we missed each other, but we both played with Matt.
Yeah, and I would say Grant and Matt play very much the same way, 100 miles an hour. Great touch, and just relentless when it comes to going after that ball.
Yeah, Grant, another transfer here from Cornerstone, but played his high school ball at Grand Rapids Christian, has been a great addition to the Hope Flying Dutchman and the Hope community, and he's in his senior year here and is playing a big part of this match tonight. Midling with the touch, and he's on his horse, and he's challenged by Voigt, but he gets to the ball first. He's had a phenomenal game tonight, just really challenging the defense of the Hornets, but that one is good from anywhere on the field. It is over the top.
Off to track practice with that ball behind the creek where the track team practices all day.
We are blessed here at Hope College with some unbelievable facilities. Van Andel Soccer Stadium is where you're watching this game. One of the premier facilities in the Midwest and Division III especially. But yes, the athletic complex, if you go on our website and look at all the various fields, DeVos Fieldhouse and the baseball and softball.
Indoor and outdoor tennis.
Stadium, indoor and outdoor tennis with DeWitt Tennis Center. It's just a phenomenal complex, and what a gift, not only for Hope, but for the Holland community in summertime, hosting camps and events. So just blessed these students, athletes are to be a part of playing in the MIAA and here at Hope. Davidson wins the ball, finds Morrison, and Hope has been really composed, working it side to side in this half. Kalamazoo had a nice 5-minute spell, but Hope in the last 5 to 8 minutes has been really good. Haas and Weigel lose that ball, and there's a lot of space for the Hornets, but it's just too direct. And Morgan is able to pick it up. You know, I'd like to see Kalamazoo, as they break out, going the other way, be a little more patient and let their team, it's almost like it's 1, 2, 3 against 4 or 5 back there, and they would be benefit from maybe slowing it up like Weigel did that one time, waiting for that extra attacker to get in there. But it's they have not had the level of attack because they haven't had as many guys up.
Indeed, patience is a nice thing, especially when you have an odd man rush. But that long ball directly to the keeper, and we always talk about this, angles, right? Not up straight up the field. Even if you don't have a player, put it to the wing. Make that defender come back and control that ball.
Weigel with a nice little read on that drop back pass. He's been driving at the Kalamazoo defenders all game. Scored a big goal, game winner last year, 2-1 at the Hornets place. Doesn't have a goal tonight, but has had a great game. Midling touches it to Davidson. Oh, and the ball drops to Walters, but had a ton of backspin on it, and Walters couldn't get a clean connect on that, Lance.
Here come the Hornets once again. When we get a quality chance at goal, they're quick to come back. Errant pass there. We've regained possession.
Sideham with the ball on the wing. Finds Smitley. Sandes checks his shoulder. Yeah, go ahead.
Christmas present falls right into your lap. But when the box is spinning like that, really hard to put it on net.
That's that's right. Weigel gets pulled down. That's a foul. That looks like well, I never know what's going to happen in this game. I'm not going to say what I believe.
I knew where you were headed.
But that's a foul. He got a jersey tug, and he had advantage and was in behind on a goal-scoring type of opportunity. It feels like that could have been a yellow on that play, but ref calls it back, and probably smartly at this point of the game just gives a foul, but a dangerous set piece as Morrison stands over the ball nonetheless.
We knew pretty early on that the shirt tug was in play, didn't we? We saw that maybe in the first couple minutes without a call. So I knew where you were headed. We were hoping some yellow or some red would come out of a pocket, but it did not.
Morrison stands over the ball. Oh, a beautiful ball. Oh, my goodness. Erling Haaland getting up on that, but no, that was Jack Lohman. Looked like a Man City player, a Norwegian that we know, throwing his leg at the ball, but
yeah, Seth went for that ball. He would have had a nice volley, but he had to go through 2 legs of a defender, and so he cracked one of the defenders for the Hornets there, and free kick for the Hornets.
26 minutes left in the half, and you can read that both on the beautiful Anchor Network graphic as well as the new scoreboard that we have here. That is just beautiful. Live graphic. I don't know the terminology for it, but it is just an amazing thing. When I was here at Hope, we played on a grass field with some bleachers, and to have this type of stadium and the type of scoreboards, these athletes are incredibly blessed. And Jackson Midling is in behind. He is onside on this play. Plays it to a late tracking runner. Sandes drives on it, and it is blocked. Back to Midling. He's taking a hit, and that one stays low as the last one he hit was high, but good save.
He said to Evan, I gave you your chance, now I get my chance. And that was a rocket, but right at the keeper.
5 players from both teams waiting to sub into this game.
Still down into the creek over there. Once again, if you are new or maybe you're a Kalamazoo fan watching the game tonight, Hope's Stadium here, Van Andel Soccer Stadium, is right on the creek on the backside where the scoreboard is. So luckily we have some rotating fences. We didn't have that back in my day. When the ball went into the creek, you were climbing the fence to go over and get it. So some extra work for our ball people over there.
Yeah. Plenty of players ending up with stitches from the top of the fence or gashes at the least.
Yeah. And perhaps some poison ivy back in there as well.
Not a place you wanted to go, but unfortunately we wound up there a lot as the skill level in our day was not as high as these players now. I just got to say, Lance, we talk about the glory days, but there's things that these players now can do. I mean, with the advancement of the beautiful game here in America over the last 25 years, it has just been incredible to see the level of skill and athleticism on display.
I'd like to think, Matt, that I still would have made the team. It would have been as team manager. But, you know, I think Blahnik would have enjoyed my energy level, my ability to track stats.
Yeah.
Set up cones. I
Wait,
still
that's
got
different than your experience when you were here? Sorry, I'm just kidding. That
was about what I did when I was at Hope, too. So, no, I agree that the skill level is just through the roof, which also makes, you know, I'm a recruiter in admissions, and I have a lot of conversations with potential student athletes, and you can't just walk on like you used to at Hope back in the day.
Now it looks like a yellow card finally is coming out for the Hornets. Unsure who that one is on as two players are walking away. Alan Alcala into the game, the senior from the area, from the Kalamazoo area actually. So probably knows a number of these players on this team, but getting some good minutes here. One of the shiftiest players on Hope's team, very crafty with that ball, can get in behind in tight spaces.
Yeah, he and Haas and Michael and all these great little guys just have that burst of speed.
Oh, Seidhamel battling for that ball in the box. It comes back to Micah. Puts it on his left. Great hit. Oh, my goodness. Great challenge by Seidhamel in there, just battling for it.
And here they come.
Pops out to Micah Wieland, and he gets a good shot on it. Lohman under pressure. He's going to just shield it. Oh, my. Beetrow wins that ball back. Hasenrick plays it up the line, but it goes in and out on the curl there. But it's all the way back, actually. That is what the AR is calling. It's all the way back for a goal kick, so that didn't stay in. And that's where that ball go all the way back to Morgan. Morgan with the slow setup here on the goal kick. Yep. 21 minutes and 45 seconds left. The Hope College Flying Dutchman 1-0-1 in the MIAA, playing against Kalamazoo, who is 1-0-1. Both teams coming off wins in their last games, battling here on this beautiful, crisp night. Hope has the 1-0 advantage. A lot of game left to play, though.
Micah with some nice touches on those long balls, putting it at his feet. He and Allen trying to work together.
That ball go out of bounds for a throw-in for the Hornets. Sondes goes down. Not going to win the call on that one. Midling with a beautiful touch. Plays it wide to Davidson. Davidson, our goal scorer on the night, unassisted, coming from a set piece with 9 minutes and 22 seconds left in the first half. Smitley plays it up to Midling, who has grabbed with 2 hands, but goes down. And that's just the way this game is going. Great ball into the corner. Nice tackle by Sighthamel going down low, and that's going to end up for a long throw. But actually a very dangerous play, as the Hornets have been very good on the long throws.
Once again, Matt, you talked about maybe that patience, but that one worked out in their favor with the quick long ball. And perhaps this is the type of thing that they're looking for. That long throw is such an advantage for them.
Yeah, as long as that long ball has gone wide, it's been better. Wonderful throw in, and Smitley wins the header, but oh, wow. No, and that is overruled. That is a good call. That ball definitely came off Smitley, the Hope defender. Kalamazoo earning the corner. At first it was a goal kick, but this is the right call, and the Hornets will stand over the ball.
Another set piece. Makes me nervous with a 1-0 lead for the Dutchmen. Game can change in an instant. Let's see if the Dutchmen can get up and clear this.
In swinger. Great clear. I think that was Davidson who got that ball off. But that ball is pumped back in the mix. Morgan goes up high. That is a dangerous challenge, but Morgan is a big dude, strong, and he gets right up after that, and that was a tough hit.
Good job by the Kalamazoo forward not to crumple under Morgan's weight there on that.
Oh, Lohman and Sandys with a lack of communication, and the Hornets win a throw-in. No, that's Plumstead on the ball. Very good player, the senior from Traverse City, number 10. That ball stays in off the flag as the flag gets put out of the ground. Michael Whelan finds Midling. He's going 1v3, and he's got it on his right foot. Oh, what a hit. What a hit, and that ball go out of bounds for a long throw for the Dutch.
As soon as Micah got that ball, Jack said, give it to me. He wanted that ball. He's going to get a nice little break here. Well earned. But boy, oh boy, when Jackson's had the ball with his face towards the goal, he's been tough tonight.
Davidson gets a break. Russell Ebert, a senior, into the game. Weigel back into the game. Lohman goes up for the throw-in. Luke Laird into the game as well for the Dutchman. A couple of subs for the Hornets as well. I didn't catch their numbers. Lohman with the long throw. Walters tries to flick it on. It goes straight up. Russ challenges enough to get it in. Alcala with the bike. Laird with the second bike. Ooh. That was a dangerous play as the ball was popping all around in the box. But Kalamazoo comes out unscathed. Clean tackle by Laird. Alcala tries to play it through the middle. Burns will win it back. Burns again with the ball on his feet. He's been great in that midfield, and he has taken a beating in there as well from the Hope players. Very physical in that midfield. Russell, the senior, plays it up the middle. Lohman is coming back towards his own goal. Morgan kind of slipped on that, and Lohman had to take that and put it out of bounds.
Little miscommunication there. The old I got it, you take it.
Yep.
As a keeper, obviously, you want to be the one in charge of that discussion.
That's how I lost my club soccer game on Sunday in a 1-0 defeat. Exactly that play there. Long throw for the Hornets. What a throw as that ball is flicked onto the far post, but not enough power on that for it to be dangerous, and Morgan just picks it up. But Kalamazoo has had some dangerous long throws in a 1-0 game. Hope has got to be saying to themselves, we need to get another one in order to not let some ball bouncing around just trickle in or something to happen. So this game is definitely still up for grabs.
The difference between a tie and a win can literally be third or fourth place or hosting a game in the MIAA tournament versus going on the road. We need to come through in these last 15 minutes. I expect Dave will give Jackson and others a couple more minutes and then maybe put some of the guys back in.
Laird up for the header. Sandys plays that long. Maiko Whelan challenging for it. A dangerous backwards header by Pollins Voigt. But we're off to the long kick again. Another header won by the Hornets. Weigel plays it up again. Another header won by the Hornets. But Alcala comes down with it. Very good on that ball. Great first touch. Positive into space by Walters. He cuts it back to Weigel. That just not enough space there to get through the middle of that Kalamazoo defense. You got to give them credit, Lance. They've been very good in the middle as Sandys brings that ball down. Unbelievable skill play tonight from both teams. Weigel ends up on it. Plays it wide. Sighthamel. Lefty cross. Does not stay in. And that'll go out for a goal kick. Yeah, so Lance, talk about the center of that Kalamazoo defense and how good they've been tonight.
Yeah, you can't necessarily coach size. That helps, doesn't it? I mean, having a few big guys as Micah is coming out, and you can see the size difference between those two. But just solid and never too worried. Calmness. When I'm coaching, my center back needs to be calm and relaxed and kind of be that field general. And they have certainly done that with their two big backs playing a 4-back system here.
Yeah, Simon Sawyer and Pollins Voigt, great, but also at that 6th position, Junior Matuza kind of sitting in that pocket of space. Whenever Hope comes into that middle, it just closes so quickly. And they've kind of forced Hope wide, and it's worked so far. It's just one goal from a set piece, which was a controversial set piece in and of itself. Kalamazoo will get the throw, and we'll see if they'll go for the long throw again. They will. They'll pull Pollins Voigt up again to see what they can do here. Jackson Midling runs back to win it on the defensive side, as well as Luke Laird. Russ Ebert is guarding Pollins Voigt, the senior, on him, and just pushing and shoving all over the place. Seeing if this flick can get in, it does, but that goes out of bounds, and Sighthamel will just kind of guide it over the end line.
Yeah, when you have a big guy coming into the box there, you got to get a little cuddly, don't you? You got to make sure you got a couple hands on his back, maybe, a shoe or two on top of his shoes just so he can't get up. Especially with the big boys, you can't let them just roam free and get those headers.
Yeah, it's fascinating if you watch professional soccer nowadays. We don't have the benefit of VAR, but the grabbing and tugging on any set piece is just unbelievable and nearly impossible to referee.
Yeah, and probably considered an assault in some places throughout the world.
Midling comes down with the ball off a great through ball. Weigel plays it to Midling. Midling on his left and a great hit. And it drops down and Walters finishes! Wow!
That is a goal scorer. Seth Walters cleans up the trash, and Jackson sets him up for the beautiful finish.
Calm, patient, composed. Jackson Midling pulls it to his left foot, finds a little pocket of space, hits it hard enough for the freshman keeper. Jenderski cannot haul that in, and Walters, with his relentless work rate, is right in the right spot and just slots it home, and Hope finds itself up 2-0 with 12 minutes left in this game.
That is what the Dutchman needed. I don't know if you noticed that, but when Jack received that ball, I believe there were 6 defenders within 5 yards of him, and he still gets the shot off.
Well, he just, they know him for his right foot, but what you don't know about Midling is he can hit an incredibly well-striked ball with his left as well. Yeah. He is very, very good technically with his shot. Now, I know that sounds like something that a lot of forwards have, but they don't. Midling keeps that ball on a line. He hits it hard and with both legs, and that's why he has earned himself a starting position and big minutes on this very good Hope team. Leading goal scorer for Hope, he creates that goal, gets the assist on that beautiful shot, and Walters, the senior, just comes out of nowhere, finds himself in the right spot, and just slots it home.
Just gives a little extra breather here for the Dutchman, going with 11 minutes remaining. I'm going to expect now that Kalamazoo is going to start taking a few more chances. And let's see if the Dutchman maybe park the bus or if we go on the attack and try and get a third.
You know, Kalamazoo has been pretty good in this game. They have played very hard, very physical, created some good opportunities. Now, Walters is going to want to give that ball back so he doesn't get a card. But he, just with his work rate, is just so hard on defenders. It just puts so much pressure on them throughout the game. But Kalamazoo has been great in this game. I think they're going to try and see if they can get one back in this next couple minutes to push the Dutch for that 1 point in the league. Hope sitting on 3 points now if they win this. That ball is played through. Lohman with his hands behind his back so as not to get a yellow. That ball is played dangerously across the middle, but Morgan just kind of cradles that in and lays on the ball.
Beautiful little step back there by the Hornet winger over there.
Yeah, that's
put that ball in dangerously.
That's Plumstead. He's one of their. I was talking to a former Hope player, AJ Boucher, Bobby Boucher, AJ, and he was telling me that Plumstead just a phenomenal player for the Hornets. There, Weigel puts it over the top. Midling, man, so much power and pace on Midling as he goes to his left foot again, hits it. This time that ball is blocked by Elijah Vu. Whew. I don't want to stand in front of that shot.
Not at all. And he's making those defenders just stop dead cold. Just a quick touch to the left or right, and all of a sudden he's got that shot off so quick in his release. He's at it again.
Yeah, Kalamazoo pushing bodies forward. This is dangerous for them as the two-headed attack from the Dutchman of Midling and Walters are just going at the Kalamazoo defenders, and the other Jackson, the goalkeeper for Kalamazoo, keeping them in the game right now, as well as just some well-timed blocks. Like Dikembe Mutombo out there wagging the finger.
Yep.
The long ball from the Hornets gets them into the attacking third. Plumstead dances on that ball, but he's dispossessed by Luke Laird. Lohman puts it over the top, and Midling again is running in on Pollins Voigt, and a great touch by Voigt there. Voigt, the senior from Loy Norrix High School, has played a pretty good game tonight.
He's
trying
not
to deal with Jackson
well, though.
Midling. No,
yeah,
he's
he's
not.
going to have nightmares of number 9 running right at him.
You know, it's interesting is if in the first half you saw Midling every single time he received the ball, there was someone in his jersey on him, and he's found more pockets of space in the second half, and that has been a big difference in this game as Kalamazoo has worn out, as Hope has spread them side to side, moved the ball around. That's given Walters and Midling some space, as Hope has a player down here with 7.5 minutes left.
Luke Laird maybe, doesn't look good. Maybe a little groin pull here. Was quick to go down and ask for a sub. I don't like to see that.
Evan Morrison comes into the game, though. Talented senior player on this team.
From my hometown, Canton, Michigan.
There we go. Same high school?
I think he's a Plymouth. No, is he a Canton?
Walters on the ball. Kalamazoo defenders have got to just be so rattled chasing Midling and Walters all over the place. It's a lot of energy and pressure they're putting in this last 15 minutes of the game on the defense.
Shout out to the Kuipers family watching from their comfortable home in Byron Center, Michigan tonight. Thanks for the shout out via text. Always love when we've got friends and family watching the broadcast.
Davidson drives down that sideline, plays it to Sandis, who's been really good at moving that ball side to side. Russ Ebert gets the ball. Walters, and the first touch of the Dutch have been great tonight. That's really what's allowing them to move side to side so well. Straight from the training ground to the pitch.
Yeah, it looks like a game of rondo out there, doesn't it?
It is beautiful, as the Hornets are just tired at this moment in the game, and Hope is just spreading them out. Kalamazoo waiting for that moment where Hope turns the ball over so that they can break out. Hope not giving them that opportunity right now, and they're finding it on Midling's foot again. He goes 1v1, gets the corner, drives it back across, but Voigt, you can't say enough about the senior tonight. He is battling his heart out here at Van Andel Soccer Stadium. Just they have not gotten enough offensive help, as Burns and Vu and Sawyer and Voigt are just exhausted chasing these forwards around.
Yeah, the pace and the rate and the ability of the Dutchmen is just outclassing Kalamazoo right now. They held strong for about 75, 80 minutes, but we
Back to Midling again. And Midling, this one takes a one-timer on a hop, pulling away from goal.
Why not? On a night like tonight, why not? Take your shot, get your chance.
Substitutions. Entering the lineup for the Hornets, number 15, Colby Connor.
There goes Jackson, gets his break. He's probably done for the night. Hassan Rick has earned some time up top, which I'm sure he will enjoy. And the Dutchman now in control with under 5 minutes. Hey, special thanks to all those who came out tonight and for those who are part of the purple community. Every year, Hope Athletics dons purple attire to tribute the loved ones and friends that are affected by cancer. As the ball goes down, as the Hornets look to, Dutchmen are up for the task.
Yeah, dangerous cross there by Elijah Vu, who has been marking Midling, but he's getting into the attack and got a burst of energy here. Blocked by Morrison, but that ball on that back stick just sneaks back past that far post. I'm not sure if Morgan would have had that one, but a very good ball screaming across the middle by Lucas Ruiz. Continue on the purple community there, Lance Pello.
Yeah, we just want to thank everyone who's come out tonight to support the Van Andel Institute for their research and all they do to help not only families affected by cancer and Parkinson's and several other really difficult things for a lot of families, but also for the chance for the Hope students and players to honor those impacted by cancer. At the beginning of the game, all 30 of the Hope College Dutchmen were out in their purple jerseys with names of moms, dads, friends, grandmas, grandpas impacted by cancer. And as someone who's lost his mother to cancer, and I know, Matt, your father has beat cancer, in my life, I refuse. Whenever I write the word cancer, I will not give it a capital C. I only write it as a lower C. I'm not giving it the attention it deserves. And so it's something that affects a lot of us, but we're hoping for a cure. And the Van Andel Institute is working on that for us. and working in such a way that the money raised goes to help support an internship for a Hope College student to work there over the summer.
That ball is played over the end line, and just beautiful words from Lance Pello on this really important night. It's homecoming week for Hope College. We've had the women's soccer team, the volleyball team, the men's football team don the purple jerseys, and it's an important cause, and it's just a really great opportunity for our community to support such great cause. 2 minutes and 42 seconds here left in this game. Hope with a 2-0 lead. Goals by Matt Davidson in the first half, and second half by Seth Walters off a shot that was blocked by Jackson Midling, and then Walters slotted it home. Back and forth game in the first half. Hope has really had possession here in the second half. And in a turn of events, Albion has taken the lead against Adrian, and they've actually won the game. Albion won the game 2-1 against Adrian. That means Albion is still undefeated in the league, and Hope will head to Albion 2-0-1 if this score holds, and play in a battle of undefeated teams in a very, very good matchup.
Albion wins the race to double-digit wins this year. 10 wins on the seasons for the Brits.
Hope wins that long throw. Another dangerous play by the Hornets. Hassenrick with a great challenge coming back on that. Nothing coming easy for the Hornets as Sighthamel stands up Kalamazoo, and Hassenrick goes the other way. But yes, Calvin beats Olivet 3-0, and Alma with a big win over Trine 1-0. Wait, no, sorry. Alma and Trine tie 2-2, and Calvin wins 4-0. I was reading the halftime score. So Alma and Trine tie 2-2. Albion wins 2-1, and Calvin 4-0 over Olivet. Kalamazoo men's soccer looks like at this point, if the game stands the same, will fall to 1-1-1 in the conference, and they will play against Calvin at home this weekend. So tough matchups for both teams after this game. Hope will end tonight 2-0-1, tied with Calvin. Albion right now the class of the league with only one loss on the season. Walters is in behind, takes a rip, and that gets into the lower corner. And he'll have a brace.
Once again, a goal scorer knows how to score. Doesn't matter the angle. Doesn't matter the time of the game. A beautiful ball just inside the far post. No chance for the Kalamazoo keeper.
Yeah, that second goal really took a lot of energy out of the Hornets, and Walters, who has just been finding little pockets of space, finds himself in behind on that, again, right side, and he just puts it in that lower left corner. I didn't think he had the angle at first, but he found the angle, just the right amount of pace and precision.
All the kids watching, you can never kick the ball underneath the goal. Far and low.
1 minute remaining.
As my wife often says, hit the ball low, low, low.
Going low, low, low.
That's exactly right.
Michael Wieland challenging this as this game will tick down. 45 seconds left. Hope with a 3-0 win.
Dirty there by Micah. Nice little.
And Hope will be pleased with this result as they've kind of really just exerted their will on this game in the second half. The first half was a lot of controversy, back and forth. That controversy has kind of gone away now. Hope has won this game with their skill, their pressure, their build. Kalamazoo in the first half could say they were hard done by the refs, but in the second half you could say Hope has kind of taken the life out of this game, and they'll come away with the win 3-0 as the clock ticks down. An incredible game tonight from Van Andel Soccer Stadium. Thank you for joining us. Hope heads to Albion on Saturday for an incredible matchup. You'll want to tune into that.
There haven't been many years that I can remember where an early MIAA game against Albion has meant this much.
It's a huge game this weekend. Two undefeated teams in the league. Hope trying to stay in the mix for that first place position, holding the seed for the MIAA tourney. Albion wants to go undefeated at home in a tough environment at their stadium there. But for tonight, on this Wednesday night, thank you for tuning in for such a great cause. From Van Andel Soccer Stadium, I'm Matt Margarone.
I'm Lance Pello. And we're out.
We're out from the Anchor Network.